Hey guys, so it's not very often that I get excited with earphones. These got me super excited. The mifo or mifoSSS, however you want to call it. These retail for $149 on Amazon, but you can apply the voucher at checkout, and they're $129 on the actual mifo or mifo website. First thing is the design. Look at that. The case, it's an amazing case. When you hold it, it's an aluminium case. It just looks and feels so premium. Absolutely blown away by the design. You get a flat green USB Type-C charger in there as well, with a manual and a few other earbuds of different sizes. It's just beautiful. Yeah, it really is. It's got a nice release button there, which obviously exposes the earphones. Just really blown away by the design. It's so unique. I've not had earphones like this before, or with the case. It's normally like a cheap plastic sort of case sometimes, or some nice rubbery texture cases. But this aluminium feels and looks very premium, and the earphones look fantastic as well. Bluetooth 5.2, there's active noise cancellation in here as well. It's all done by touch. I did have a quick look if there was in the application, but there's no apps. So the IPX7 waterproof as well. Type-C connector there on the back. Now in terms of battery life, I haven't had them long enough to really test that, but on their website, approximately you should get 35 to 40 hours. In terms of battery capacity, the actual case is 600 milliamps, and each individual earbud is 40 milliamps each. Now, the next thing, if you want to take a closer look at these beautiful little earbuds, because they are so tiny. They are really, really tiny. I did have to change the bud because I do have large ears, but these are quite honestly, the most comfortable earphones I've ever worn, ever. Look how tiny they are. They fit so nice and comfortable in my ear canal. It's beautiful. It really is. Let's put the other one in. Whoa. And they automatically connect. So automatically connected already. And we're in. Okay, so we're in transparency mode at the moment. If we hold for 1 second, it then goes into strong noise cancelling, and I was testing earlier as well, and it is good. And then 1 second again, we have mild noise cancellation. Yeah, so everything is done through touch. So on the left, you would have volume up. On the right, it would be volume down, and then left, next track, right, previous track. Really easy. So the transparency mode is obviously controlled by there as well, and if you tap it 5 times, low latency is now turned on. So yes, they do have low latency, which now I'm going to connect to the S22 Ultra and test it on Call of Duty Mobile. Okay, so going in, we're in. I appreciate that you can't actually hear this at the moment. Let's turn low latency off. Put it back on again. There's a slight difference in there, to be perfectly honest. It's not a great deal of difference. Yes, obviously you're going to get much. Okay, so I tested the low latency. To be fair, I didn't see that much difference. If there was, it was very, very minute with it being on or off. Perhaps if I completely close the game down. Let's just try it. Let's reconnect my earphones. Just want to give it a fair shot. I'll go in with noise cancellation enabled. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's off. Turn it back on again. And the good thing about this, when you're tapping it, there's a slight sort of audible noise, so you know you're actually making contact with the earphone, which I think is really good. Some good feedback there. So it's low latency on. Let's launch Call of Duty fresh. Jump into a game and check that low latency. Low latency. Bang, bang. Turn it off. See, off. Yeah, there is a slight difference. There is. So in that sense, there is a low latency on there, but I probably would have maybe expected and maybe hoped for maybe a little bit more lower latency than is actually given out. But there is a slight difference, you can tell. But yeah, in terms of comfort and sound quality, they're excellent. I think they really pack a punch as well, because it's such a tiny earphone. It does reproduce a very nice amount of bass as well. I just think they're really sort of quite discreet as well. And like I said, I did have to put bigger buds in there because I do have large ears, and they do practically sort of get lost in my ear. But they don't feel like they're going to fall out either. They do say that on the, it's on the case as well, somewhere. I can't remember what it says now. No, I didn't say it there. It said it somewhere. But yeah, it did say on their website their unique horn-shaped design fits comfortably and securely in the ear, which it 100% does, and that's not coming out. They're going to stay in. So if you are quite active as well when you wear earphones, I think these could be perfect. But for me, the main selling point for me, or the unique selling point, is the design, the build quality, the size of the earphones as well within your ear, and the comfortability as well. It's superb. Let me just do another live audio test now. So you can't hear the music, but bear with me. That's max volume. Yeah, that's a real nice rounded bass. Yeah, really, it rumbles, you know, it really does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you're a bass head, I think you'd really like these actually. I'm quite amazed that, like I keep saying, how small they are, and they do give a nice rumble of bass. This ain't going to help anything, but really wish I could really reproduce that sort of sound I'm hearing on these earphones. Yeah, superb, guys. Active noise cancellation, 3 sort of different levels, strong, mid, and then there's obviously the transparency as well. They worked really well, and like I said, just by the touch, no sort of app, it's really, really easy to enable on the earphones. So yeah, these are the mifo or mifoSSS. Fantastic. One of my most favourite earphones that I've used ever. Slightly disappointed that the low latency wasn't as low as I'd preferred, but other than that, I think they're truly excellent. They really are. Nice, fancy caser as well. You can see the light indicator as well. It indicates battery life. Okay, so yeah, take a look at these guys. Links will be in the description as well. Any questions, pop them down below, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.